Here we go. Patriots, Ravens. Sunday Night Football. We're pumped. I know that. Yeah, we both are. This is the game of the week in the NFL. Patriots favored by 3.5 in Baltimore, over under 46. What say you, Michael?
Well, it's funny. I've gone through this over and over again, and I settled on the Patriots last night. And then sitting here today, I flipped back to the Ravens, and I was going to say Ravens with the caveat that I could change my mind for the Sunday night picks before we lock them in, because we've got the separate competition with Mike Tirico, Tony Dungy, Liam McHugh.
Boo! Stay clear to your picks. Stay true to your picks. Boo!
But here's the thing. If I take the Ravens, I feel much more strongly about reserving the right to change my mind. When I lean Patriots, I don't even have that thought. So I got to go with that. Whatever that is, that visceral sense that's telling me don't pick against the Patriots. I'm taking the Patriots 23-15. I don't like that spread. I wish it was a little less, but I like the Patriots. And I'm pulling a score out of thin air and or my butt, 23-15. Patriots find a way with that defense. They find a way to win the game. The offense has been struggling a little bit in recent weeks, but the defense is so good, and I know that Bill Belichick coach teams have struggled against mobile quarterbacks. They'll have something ready for Lamar Jackson, and I wouldn't be surprised. How do I put this without? I just wouldn't be surprised if Lamar Jackson ends up missing some time during the game, because I think they're going to be physical with him like the Steelers tried to be a few weeks ago, and it could put him on the sidelines and put RG3 on the field. Not that there'll be any bounties or anything like that or dirty hits. I could just see something like that happen.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're certainly gonna want to be physical. I don't deny that, and the Patriots are so aware of who they're playing, the skill set, everything like that. I do think that Bill Belichick and that defense are going to pose some problems with Baltimore. Now, the interesting thing about this matchup, like the Patriots, just from an X and O standpoint, they don't like to get big, right? Like, they like to have, like, 2 defensive linemen on the field and then 3 linebackers, 4 linebackers. Sometimes it's 3 D linemen and it's three linebackers, but more times than not, it's 2 D linemen and a mix of linebackers who are versatile and 5 or 6 DBs. That's where and now Baltimore's the exact opposite. Baltimore wants to be like, we don't even need a receiver on the field. We're going to go like 2 running backs and 3 tight ends and smash it down your face. I'm interested to see what the Patriots do there. As far as, do they try to get big, or do they stick with what's been working all year long, which is like, hey, we're going to play man-to-man, put some pressure on our secondary, do some creative things on the back end from here and there, but really try to confuse you with people all over the place at the line of scrimmage, who's blitzing, who's coming. Oh, we were in this defensive front. Now on this play, we're on this defensive front. Now the next play, we're on a totally different one, and you can't get a beat on what the hell we're trying to do. That's what the Patriots are doing to teams. On the other side of the ball, okay, just real quick, the Patriots offense, you said it, it's not hitting on all cylinders. The offensive line, not healthy or where they want it to be. And just to make sure, what is our tackle from Georgia? Is he playing this week? I thought he was
Isaiah Wynn?
Yes, exactly. Sorry, I couldn't think of his name.
He's been designated for return. I just don't know that he's going to return this week.
Okay, so they're still hurting there. Now, I do think the Baltimore can beat them up in the run game when the Patriots try to do that, but I don't know if Baltimore's got the pass rush to do that. And then I go, okay, so Baltimore's going to try to blitz maybe and play man-to-man. Now, they can probably play some man-to-man against this Patriots wide receiving core and have success. I mean, hey, it's Marcus Peters and, Marlon Humphrey, who's one of the best corners in football. And they got some other guys, Anthony Everett, other guys out there who can cover too, to where I think that could make it interesting as well. But ultimately, I'm with you. I'm going to go with the fact that the Ravens haven't seen a defense like this, scheme-wise or personnel-wise. And as much as the Patriots haven't played a defense like the Ravens, I just think the way they play offense will correlate to them finding some ways to move the ball just a little bit more. Low scoring, I'm going 20-16 Patriots pulling off the win on the road.
And covering by half a point.
But I was with you, Mike. I went through some things in my head where I went, man, maybe the Ravens win 20-17. Maybe they can win a 16-13 game. But I just think ultimately I can't do that. I just can't. I can't pick against the Patriots quite yet, even though I do have slight concerns about their offense in general.
Even though the last time we saw the Ravens play, they were beating the Seahawks by 14 in Seattle, the rest of their wins were not overly impressive.
Exactly.
They beat the Bengals by 6 at home. They beat the Cardinals by 6 at home. They lost to the Browns at home. That ultimately swayed me on this. And, the Patriots are the epitome of focus and determination. And even though this is one of the tougher spots on the schedule so far, I think they rise to the challenge.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.